Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're going to analyze the Haskell Stakes this coming Saturday from Monmouth Park, mile and eighth, grade one, featuring some of the best 3-year-olds in the country. I'm CC Broaddus, and I'm joined by the chairman and CEO of FatBallGuyRacing.com, FBG himself, Dan Cronin. Hello, Dan. How's it going?
Good, man. I'm excited. It's a big weekend. There's some unbelievable races, and I think there's a few horses that are going to be bad favorites, and a couple other horses that can win those races that I'm going to be zeroing in on. And of course, the first race Saturday at Saratoga, you got some absolute monsters in there. The seventh race, the Philly race, is monsters. So, man, you got some good ones getting ready to be unveiled. I can't wait.
There's the first race at Saratoga is the son of Flightline, Powerline, right? Is in that race. Is there another Flightline in there as well?
Yes,
Two
yes.
flight lines. Okay.
Greenwell's on the outside.
Green.
He's already got a start too, and ran a
Yeah.
very good second at Churchill, going 5 furlongs, which we know flight lines don't want to go 5 furlongs. So Andy drew a perfect outside post, and Jose chose him over Powerline. So Santana's riding Powerline. I don't blame Jose for that. The horse runs a bang up first start. He's got a start advantage on him. For Mark Cassie, I couldn't, I don't know. I mean, Powerline could be the freak of all freaks, but sometimes they get beat first time out. So yeah, and there's
Right.
some other ones in there that can run too. Heck, they made Cox's 3-1. I don't know who did that. I guess Eric Aragona made the morning line, but 3-1 against those two monsters? No way.
Right. All right. Before we jump into Saturday's Haskell Stakes, always take a shot right now, as we're going to tell you to like and subscribe to the channel and tell us who you like in the comments below. Now, let's take a look at Saturday's field for the Haskell. And it looks like Further Ado has been accorded the favoritism at 2-1. And let's take a look at our pace projector. Uh, $855,000 spent on this pace projector. And according to our files, it will be a hot pace in the Haskell if things go the way they look on paper. It looks like Napoleon Solo and Star Sweeper will be vying for the lead. I got a feeling it won't maybe go that exact way, with Further Ado stalking in third. And of course, coming from out of it would be Ocelli, who has virtually no speed at all. So let's go horse by horse. We're going to take a look at each one. Let's start with the rail runner, the aforementioned number one Star Sweeper for Louis Linder Jr., ridden by Luis Rivera, coming off a last place finish in the Pegasus Stakes. Prior to that, though, a very gutty effort in the Long Branch Stakes where he was beaten ahead by a Chad Brown favorite. This time he was sent off at 11-1 that day. Star Sweeper, probably one of those horses, Dan, that's going to be heard from early. Not sure what we'll hear from him late.
Yeah, and I'm not so sure he'll be even close to the pace. I mean, he's going to have to really break well to outbreak Further Ado and Napoleon Solo. I think he's more likely probably going to be third on the first turn and then on the backside just fade out of it. I don't see him being a part of anything in this field.
Yep, I agree. We'll move on then to number two, Further Ado. We're taking a look at him right now, winning the BlueGrass Stakes. That was way back on April the 4th. Hit or miss. Since then, he was sent off as the 5-1 favorite in the Kentucky Derby. Didn't show anything that day. Then comes back with a rousing win in the Matt Winn Stakes, stalked a really hot pace, and then holds off a horse named Our Money Man, who really had a good trip that day. Our Money Man came back to run second in last Saturday's Indiana Derby, and then was subsequently sold a few days later for $2 million at the Fasig-Tipton July Horses of All Ages sale. So,
That's
Further
wild.
Ado, yeah,
2 million.
2 million is unbelievable for a horse that I don't think it ever won a greatest stakes. But and there was more in that race. Corona de Oro was off the board in the Matt Winn Stakes. Comes back to win an allowance race at Ellis Park. Dan, 2-1 favorite. You get a Rad Ortiz, and of course it's Brad Cox on a horse that on his best day is one of the best horses in America.
Yeah, the question is, are you going to get it? That's the question. He deserves to be the favorite. I don't think he's the most likely winner, but he's one of the short list horses that I think if you're making multi-race bets, I don't know how you don't use him. I'm not wild about the 2-1 price, and I still think it'll be lower. I think he's probably going to be even money. Because everybody's going to stare at that 106 and say, well, what if he runs that again? Same thing they did in the Matt Win. Um, he was workmanlike last time. We all thought he would win, and he did win, and he ran well and ran fairly fast. Was he overly impressive to where you're like, oh boy, he's the best horse in the country? No. So I'm still tempered on him. I mean, I like him. I think he's got a big shot, but I'm trying to picture this race in my head, and I think he's going to sit second or third, and he's going to have to work out a trip, and he's got the master on him, so hopefully he gets that trip. But there is that possibility that he could get stuck on the fence behind horses and have trouble getting out and take a ton of dirt. And that's not what this horse likes to do. His best races, he's out in the clear and goes when asked. So I'm a little bit worried about him.
All right, number 3 is Baby Vino, the son of Vino Rosso, a horse that won the Breeders' Cup Classic as a 4-year-old. Baby Vino took 5 starts to break his maiden. He broke through at Oaklawn Park, going a mile and 16th, and then absolutely exploded, winning the Pegasus Stakes by 10 lengths. I don't know if he beat that much. He did beat a horse named National Charter, who was a nice maiden winner here in Kentucky. Baby Vino, that he earned a really nice number that day in the Pegasus. If he could pair that up somehow or even move forward, he actually has a chance to get part of this. What do you think about Baby Vino?
Yeah, I think he's got a chance to hit the board because of his running style, and there's so many horses that are going to probably fade out of it that I think he's got a big chance. I really do. He's going to be at the bottom of my trifectas. I don't think he's a top 3 horse to pick, but if you're betting tries, these are the kind of horses you want to come running and pick up the pieces. And I think he might. I think there's a chance that he could run third, and as some of the other ones are stopping.
All right, moving right along. Number 4 is finally we get to see the return of the Puma, the son of Essential Quality. 4 lifetime starts, never been worse than third. We're taking a look at him here. He finishes second after making that early move to get to the lead at the top of the stretch in the Florida Derby, where he was run down by Commandment. Had an issue going into the Derby, had to scratch in that Derby. Probably a good thing, in my opinion. Uh, give the horse some rest. He'd had 4 starts compressed into roughly less than 4 months. Get some time off, and it's had a really steady work tab leading up to this. The Puma 7-2 on the morning line. I guess the question is, well, I've got 2 questions. We still really don't know how good that Florida Derby was. You've got Commandment, the winner. He's come back and he ran second in the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga. Prior to that, he was nowhere in the Kentucky Derby. Chief Wallaby kind of teased us with a nice run in the Derby and nowhere in the Belmont Stakes. And then after that, I don't think there was much in the race. So the second question is there a chance he'll be short coming into this Haskell? It's been, what has it been? Almost 3 months since that Florida Derby. I think there's a very good chance he may need a race. So your thoughts on the Puma? I'm very interested to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think there's a big chance he may need a race. And I'm a little concerned over the rider change. I don't understand why Castellano's not riding. I mean, did I miss something? Is Castellano hurt? I mean, I don't know why he rode this horse perfect the last 2 starts. He was going to ride him in the Derby, and now Saez is on. And I'm not so sure Saez fits the style of this horse because he's going to have to take back. If he pumps early, he will mess this horse up. He cannot be up on this pace. Not coming off this layoff, coming off an injury. The one way he can win is to let him go, sit back in the back, relax, and if they all go too fast, which is a chance they could, come swooping late like he did in the Florida Derby and the Tampa Derby. Um, if he gets up on that pace like he did in his maiden special weight race, he'll use him up and then he'll be done. But he does have a good 3 furlong boost where he will kick. But I'm really nervous that he's going to need one and the rider change because I that injury scares me that they scratched him and he hasn't been back since. He has been working. I'll give him that. I mean, I'm staring at 6 straight works. But, coming off that injury, I'm a little nervous that he could need one. So he would be my third horse in this race.
All right, just doing a quick search here. On July 8th, the Thoroughbred Daily News reported that Hall of Fame jockey Javier Castellano is expected to be out about 3 weeks with a
There you
minor
go.
lower back injury sustained in a spill on July 3rd at Saratoga.
There you go. That's why Castellano's not riding. But um, I mean, I'm not saying Saez isn't a really good rider. It's just we all know his style. He wants to go, 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 and that's why he's so great in sprints and on speed. And uh, but if he has a weakness, it's sitting back and relaxing in these dirt route races. Can he sit in the back and relax and not start pumping like he did on Commandment in the Derby? If he does that, the horse won't the horse won't run. So that's why I'm nervous. But you know, maybe Castellano will talk him into it. Say, hey, just sit in the back, relax, and make your run.
Number 5 is Iron Honor from the Chad Brown barn. Flavian Pratt once again takes the ride. This one has a little bit more recency than the Puma. We're taking a look here at the Preakness Stakes at Laurel, where Iron Honor finishes second. Just 4 starts, 2 wins. He strikes me as a horse here. He doesn't really want to go a mile and 3/16. He's on the wrong lead. He comes back, and obviously a horse with a world of potential. But the question is, you know, is he up to this? Is he up to the grade one type of field, or maybe a turn back is in his future? What are your thoughts on Iron Honor?
I'm with you. He'd be my fourth or fifth horse. I don't like him at this distance. I don't think he wants any part of this distance. I think he showed last time out that he is a miler or under. And I'm real surprised that they're not angling that way with him. But if there was ever a track that you can fake it, it is Monmouth. And he is going to get the pace. He should be able to sit back and blast home. And you know, I don't like that hang that he had the last 2 starts where he just hung. He got right in position and he just hung. And I think you're going to see a nice move on the turn, and then they're going to straighten, and he's never going to gain another inch. So that's why 3-1 is way too low. I don't like this line at all. I think this horse on the morning line, if I was making the morning line, would be about 6-1.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. He doesn't have the brand value that some of these others have, including number 6, Napoleon Solo, the winner of the Preakness for Chad Summers, Paco Lopez. The Napoleon Solo had 2 starts leading into the Preakness. He was terrible in the Fountain of Youth, just a little bit better in the Wood Memorial. We found out that he had some foot issues going into the Wood Memorial. And of course, he skipped the Derby, started really perking up in the weeks leading up to the Preakness. And if you were a believer in the horse, you got 7-1. Now, you're not going to get 7-1 probably anytime soon, as long as he's facing 3-year-olds. But I would think this horse probably figures to be on the lead, unless the inside horse, Star Sweeper, decides to go with him. Napoleon Solo, if left alone, he's going to be very dangerous. And
Yep.
then it's kind of up to Red Ortiz what to do with further ado. Napoleon Solo 5-2. Is he contender, pretender? What are you thinking?
Oh no, he's my main horse. It wouldn't surprise me if he don't go off favor. I mean, it's going to be close. It's going to be the New York, New Jersey money against the Kentucky money. The Brad Cox lovers versus because the New York people are all going to bet on Napoleon Solo, and the Kentucky people are all going to bet on the Brad Cox. And it depends on who bets more money. This horse should get the absolute perfect trip if he just breaks clean. All he's got to do is break clean. If he breaks clean with Paco, he'll jog him into that first turn. And if the one or two want to go, he'll say fine, and he'll just sit a length behind them. And if they don't go, he'll jog right into the lead in 47. And good luck to all of them catching him. That work two back is as good of a work on the training track as I've ever seen on numbers. Now we didn't get to watch it. I can't find it at least. But 111 flat on the Belmont training track is absolutely flying. Then he comes back and runs a 46 and change 4 furlong little blowout on the ninth. I mean, this horse is breathing fire, and I think he's going to run his A race. And the only way he loses is if further ado is the freak that some of us thought he was a few months back. If he comes back and is a freak, these two could run away from the field by 5 lengths, and it could be a battle to the wire between two really nice 3-year-olds. But I think Napoleon Solo could draw away and win, and it would not shock me.
And finally, number 7 is O'Selley, 6-1 on the morning line for Whit Beckman, Tyler Gaffleone once again. The surprise third place finisher in the Derby at 70-1. Finished fourth in the Preakness, second in the Ohio Derby. 0 for 9 lifetime, though. He's still a maiden, but with $800,000 in earnings. I will say this: he was out in the parking lot on the far turn of the Ohio Derby, probably cost him the win. But he still ran a bang up second to Chip Honcho, who's a nice horse in his own right. Dan, any love for O'Selley?
To hit the board, yeah. If you're betting tries, I would put Oselli third with Baby Vino. Put those main horses on top and second, and put those two third, and hope you can juice your try price up a little bit by one of those two hitting the board. He'll make his run, but he'll run his race. I wouldn't leave him off the tries. I in no way am I putting him on top.
I agree. So let's get down to our selections. Dan, give us your top 3 for the Haskell in order.
Napoleon Solo is my top horse. Further Ado is second, and the Puma is third. I would not bet the try like that though. I would add Baby Vino and O'Shelley in the third hole and try to nail it like that and hope one of those two longer shots come running for third and the Puma fades out of it. But I think the two top horses are clear. I think they're going to be 6-5 and 8-5 or 9-5, and they're going to turn for home, and it's going to be an exciting battle in the stretch between those two, I think.
Yeah, and as for me, I'm a bit of a further ado fanboy, so I got to put him on top, put Napoleon Solo in second, and I've got a little baby Vino love. I think maybe if he can pair up that last effort in the Pegasus Stakes, he's got an outside look at getting up for third. All right, that's all for this year's Haskell's. Excuse me, this year's Haskell analysis. Dan, tell us what's going on at FatBallGuyRacing.com.
Yeah, fatballguyracing.com. $99 gets you from the day you buy all the way through the end of Saratoga, Del Mar, and Kentucky Downs, which everybody bets Kentucky Downs now. So you get all that. Or you can just spend the $20 for one day if you want, or we got deals for yearly. We got all kinds of different deals. So check the site out, fatballguyracing.com, and we're always here as the pretenders go take a hike after the Saratoga meet's over. We're still here.
All right. And for the last time, take one more shot and like and subscribe. Tell us who you like in the Haskell Stakes. That's all for now. We'll see you next week. Everybody have a lucky weekend. We'll talk soon.